Welcome back, and look who's here, Erika White, our favorite fitness trainer. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good, and you're training. You're in training.
Yes, I'm in training.
This is your New Year's kind of, not to say resolution, but your goal for 2014.
Right, the one you made me make on TV.
Yep.
Yes. So
gotta do it now.
Right. It's taking time, just small little steps. But yep, my first fitness competition will be July 19th. So we'll see. I'll be real big pretty soon.
We will see, won't we?
I won't be able to stand by you.
No, that's good. You need muscle so that I don't look as gigantic as I always feel like I look.
No.
It's terrible. We have that mental image of ourselves, you know.
This is stupid TV. That's all that
I know.
Makes you a little bigger, but we all look great.
That's right. Just own it.
Suck and tuck. Suck and tuck. It works.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we are going to do a little something different first. In a minute, we're going to cook after we come back, but we did something. I had a lot going on this last week, and here in Toledo, I do an Ask the Expert segment in kind of one of our newscasts. We talk about health and fitness and dieting, and we support each other on the air. And I had kind of a crisis that I had to deal with, and I called Erika, and she stepped in on the dime. And so first of all, I recommend that you have Erika in your life.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
really do.
that.
No, you saved my bacon, so I appreciate it.
You're
and
welcome.
She had some really good questions from people. So I thought, why can't we do a little Ask the Expert here about?
I like that.
Yes,
I like that
except for I
idea.
called it Ask Erika, and Erika answers, or something like that. We'll
like
decide
that.
what you like the
that.
best. But I thought your questions were really good, and questions that people have. And so the first one from one of the viewers was a question about dark chocolate. Does it have great health benefits like I've heard? I want to know if dark chocolate is better than eating regular chocolate. How much dark chocolate? So what's the deal with dark chocolate in your mind here?
I really like for people to add dark chocolate to their daily intake. Just 1 square a day. You only need about 6 grams. Mm-hmm. The thing is, people can't get mixed up with the candy-coated versions. Mm-hmm. So once you take the dark chocolate, you've dipped it in anything that's candy coated, you've already reduced the benefits you're going to get for it, which are one of it high in antioxidants, very good for you, blocking free radicals. And the other thing, I forget.
I got them all written down here though. Also,
blood pressure.
Right,
That's what it is, blood pressure. Sorry, I was on the candy thing, like no candy. The blood pressure, which reduces stroke. So just that 1 square day, sort of like what they tell you for aspirin for your heart, dark chocolate gives you those same benefits.
I bet you it gives you a little bit of satisfaction too.
Just that little bit of
sweetness, and I have a little treat, but it's a treat that's good for me in more than one way.
Right, making sure it's organic. That is one of the big things. Milk chocolate, with the milk that they add to the chocolate, actually acts as a blocker, and it doesn't allow the good parts of the chocolate to get to you. Right, and sugar, and you got all these fat added to just plain dark chocolate. 60 to 80% cocoa is what I recommend. 60 to 80%
cocoa. So that's a real good thing to add and a real good thing to remember. Okay, so another viewer has a question. My stomach will not go away. I have tried everything, crunches, sit-ups, ab machines, and it's just getting bigger. Help me, Eric. And she's also, I'm so aggravated. Aggravated in Adrian, I'm gonna call her.
I like that. Pretty much so that was it.
Aggravated.
And I see why. The thing that when this caller called in, what I heard was my stomach is getting bigger. As soon as I hear that, I think that the form is a little off. Because what happens is, as you and I know, and most people, muscles here, fat, skin. Mm-hmm. So as you build that muscle, what you're doing with crunches is you're building muscle, you're pushing up the fat, and you're making the stomach bigger. So you want to watch your form on crunches.
You want to push that belly button into your spine.
Push it
Just
all the way
get that
in.
down in there. Don't build up, build in.
And arms all the way back. A lot of people want to pull the head. Mm-hmm. You want to keep the arms back, head at the ceiling. So how do you do that? Every time you're looking up, keep the chin off the chest by looking up. It really helps.
Right, and don't wear I think one of my guru ladies is don't use your shoulders as earrings. They're not up here.
Don't be a head hugger. That's what I tell my class.
Don't be a head hugger.
Hug trees, not your head. Don't hug your head.
So that, and then diet. I mean, if she's got some bloating, diet is just
fiber.
Fiber.
Fiber. Increasing your fiber just at 21 to 23 grams a day. Looking on the side of the box, making sure it has 4 grams of fiber or more. It's going to make a big difference, making you feel fuller longer. It also removes the toxins out of your body. And cardio.
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 Because you got to burn the fat.
So then the other phrase I've heard, do you believe this to be true, that abs are made in the kitchen?
Yes, that is very true.
There's
yes.
no real spot reducing. You can tone things up, but you can't just get it. I mean, she gets the ab machine, but then has a bad diet.
It's the diet and the cardio. You have to do the cardio big. So the easy thing to do, simple, 2 to 3 days a week, 30 minutes cardio in the morning, don't eat. Because what happens is your body's gonna first, it's FIFO. LIFO, no, it's a FIFO or LIFO. Oh, first in.
Yeah,
First
in,
out, first out.
yeah.
There we go, FIFO method. So it's gonna burn off what you ate last night. It's not gonna go for those fat reserves. So you wanna, while your body's in a fasting state, get up, go work out. It's gonna get that, but only 30 minutes because you don't want it to eat the muscle. Right after that, a combination, complex carb and protein. You'll see results. It takes 6 to 8 weeks. It's not gonna happen in 5 days.
Patience. Okay, and then the last question I've got in here, which is really interesting to me too, is the caller was concerned about eating fruit because she's heard,
Right.
you know, should I have fruit, yes or no? And at first your gut reaction is, oh yeah, you gotta have fruit.
Right.
But then she's worried about, is it too much sugar? And I will say sometimes fruit can be a trigger for more eating if it's high in sugar. For
Right.
me, if I'm like, I'll just have 15,000 grapes.
Before you know it,
Right,
you're popping them in.
exactly.
Right,
So
right.
what was your feeling on, should she be eating fruit, and should she be afraid of fruit, especially if she's worried about sugar?
Right. So as I was saying when I answered that is, if your mom said it, just nod and say, because my mom and I go through this a lot, arguing, disagreeing on proper eating. Fruit is good. You just have to remember the biggest thing about fruit or natural sugar, let me go on, natural sugar is metabolized by the body differently than refined or synthetic sugar. So what you're thinking of sugar being bad for you is actually refined and is synthetic. Natural sugar is good for your body. It's like A and B equals C. Your body knows how to break down A and B to make C. You put A, B, X, R in there, you're doing an algebra problem. So you want to keep it simple for your body.
Right.
And the other thing is that there's a hierarchy in fruit, just like in vegetables and meat. So you want to eat anything in berry, anything, acacia berry, blueberry, blackberry, antioxidants, low in sugar, great especially for diabetics. The other thing, apples, what you're talking about, high in fiber. Apples and pears, high in fiber, going to keep you fuller longer. Actually, there's some benefits to cleaning your teeth when you eat the apples and pears, and also for your heart. Actually helps clean the plaque in your heart. Excellent.
All good.
All good.
And then, you know, at the end of the interview that we did with the Weight Watcher chef, but how cool is that, the Weight Watcher chef?
I loved it.
Isn't that such a great idea? I'm surprised they've never done it before. But I always ask people that my gurus and the people that are experts, what do you think? Artificial sugar, real sugar, less,
Right.
what, you know? And you're real, right?
Right.
You mostly keep it real.
Mostly keep it real. There are, and I'm probably not going to say this right. Is it Exenol? There's a new one.
Xylitol?
Xylitol. That is the one that I recommend, and this is why. It's made from the fibrous parts of plants. There's nothing artificial in this.
There's no bleach. It's not in a chemical
Right.
processing
And it's
facility.
like sugar. It's actually
Xylitol.
Xylitol.
I think that's right.
Right. We don't really speak with X's.
That's
the first part of
right.
our letters, so we're getting this down pat now.
Ixnay. All right, so those are our questions for Ask Erika, and Erika answers. And we may do this now and again because I think you do such a good job with it. So,
I appreciate it.
again,
Thank you for
thanks
having me.
Stepping in for my day job, which is here.
Those shoes are about this big, too.
Yeah, I got big feet. Big feet? No, I don't.
Big
I
shoes
do.
to fill,
There
not
you
big
go.
feet. Not big feet.
I tell you, if it wasn't for Erika, this would have been a much worse week for me. So when we come back, Erika is going to make homemade granola.
Yes.
Interesting. Stay with us.